Here are a couple more options for the logistic procedure. So suppose we had the same data set that we had earlier, but this time we want some influence statistics, for example, the hat matrix. I can just run that nice little option there at the end of my model statement, influence, and get some all kinds of influence statistics, more than you ever knew existed probably. A couple of important ones are the hat matrix diagonal, and you can see I've got case numbers over here as opposed to 0 through 6 were my current levels, but then it just reorders them or renumbers them, and then your Pearson residual you can see there, and then all this is the original logistic procedure that it prints out by default. Another thing that you can do, say I have 3 different variables, x1, x2, and x3 in this data set, and then the response is whether or not the person gets cancer. That's a 0, 1 variable. So I want to run a logistic procedure on this data, but I'm not sure which variables to use. So I can do a selection procedure, just like you can with some of the other procedures, and it'll go ahead and pick out which variables are most important, just as it would otherwise. And here you can see it'll print out the logistic procedure output for each round of stepwise testing. In fact, X3 was entered, and then nothing was removed. So this is the end summary. In the end, I got X1 and X2 and X3 are my 2 variables, and then it gives me the whole analysis with the p-values.